All right. I want to know some things that's going to help women unlock and unleash their feminine energy, and I know anyone better than you to talk about this topic. I think you're qualified to speak on this topic. So I want to know for you, how do you know when you're in your masculine versus your feminine? How, as you've evolved, what is something that stands out for you? Now I know I'm not in my feminine. I'm really moving in the masculine.
Well, I think it comes to the characteristics of how we're portraying ourselves. Do we feel like we're in our natural state? Do we feel normal doing what we're doing? And I think that a lot of times, unfortunately, the case is people end up being in an environment that encourages and engraves a certain kind of mindset that we adapt. And unfortunately, it stays with us because if we don't deal with it, it's going to keep happening, and it might subconsciously slip out. And whether we want to or not, like our relationships are always going to harvest what we did not heal from. And I think that one of the main things that I always want to put myself on the chopping block first because I don't want women to ever think like I'm just coming for them and I'm being negative and I'm just hating. Because at the end of the day, I'm a woman too. I understand. I wear the shoe. I know where it fits. So I understand the struggles of some people be trying you, especially in relationships. Like you cannot.
People test you can and I don't mean to interrupt you, but it almost sounds like you're
Sure.
saying sometimes I'm in my feminine, but situations are testing my masculine. Wait a
Right.
minute, I'm trying to be in my feminine, but this person is trying to activate because we all have masculine and feminine energy. That's a natural thing.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, sometimes most of the times it's there, but sometimes people try to activate it.
And I think that that is a really unfortunate part because you see so many times where kind women, people want a feminine, kind woman, but you cannot exactly always be pretty and kind because people always will try to take advantage. And that's the unfortunate part. Yes, you could try as much as you want. You could be nice. But when you're kind and you also are attractive to people, people love to test the waters. They love to take advantage of what they think that they can control. And that's the unfortunate part. But learning how to master yourself, how to discipline yourself to where I'm not going to let you get me out of my emotion, out of the state that I am meant to be serving. And especially, I think the main symptom of not being able to master yourself is being so easily foldable to your emotions. I've been there before where whether I was talking to somebody, there's always that one person that can get you from here to here.
Zero to
You
100.
never thought that you would reach. And you go from being this cute shy person to like, no, what do you do? You get angry.
Because
And
you're human.
but in those seasons, you learn that those people, everyone you choose to be your greatest teacher. Let them teach you how to be patient, how to keep a kind heart, how to harness your tongue so that you are able to speak kindly though they might be spitting fire at you. Things like this, you always have to understand that it comes with daily challenges, daily choices, and when you don't master yourself, it will keep coming to you. It will keep going, keep happening.
You said something earlier where you're saying that a lot of women are influenced by what's going on. How do you feel? How much do you feel that today's social media and what's going on outwardly is affecting the way women view femininity and the way they view masculinity? How do you think social media and the outside world is shaping women's perception of femininity?
Well, I think at first they try to portray it by the books and movies by the girl that is pretty and stuff, always tripping and falling over the places sometimes, or being a little ditzy or weak in some senses. And I think that kind of warped a lot of women's minds to think, I don't want to be that kind of woman. I don't want to be weak or all of these things. And so they end up trying to gain control of situations and they end up because we also do understand in today's time and age, there are more bad people than good. And
Yeah.
so there are more bad people than good.
There are more bad people.
And
That's accurate.
and it's an unfortunate thing. They might not always be bad, but there's a lot of people that make a lot of bad choices. Like almost everyone is. And in the
really good. I saw what you did there. It's
and
not,
so we've
not that you're a bad person, but if you're honest with yourself, we all do bad things. No one is a
yes.
bad person, but you do bad stuff. Like,
And I think we all could say we probably all been the villain of somebody's story, even if we had nothing to do with it. Somebody's story.
got your A list. Like, what's going on?
Exactly. I think that plays a huge factor in just the outward look on the way we carry ourselves on a daily basis. But yeah, when it comes to mainstream media, that's also a really big thing because you see so many times where they let I think it comes with raising. I think it starts with raising your kids. I think there's a lack of discipline in parenting. There's a lack of education in parenting. And I know kids have kids, but even when kids have kids, they don't seek or they don't have the help that they need in order to be able to raise their kids in a way that will strengthen them, because at the end of the day, I don't think parents know exactly that when they are always complaining and always spewing problems on kids, which a lot of parents tend to do subconsciously, they might not even realize it. They're trauma dumping.
Yeah.
And exactly. And they don't understand that kids, when they think badly about the other parent, especially in these single households, when the other parent is always saying stuff or speaking bad on the other person and things like this, your kid ends up growing up to resent the other person but still need them because they're still attracted to them. In that way, they grow up thinking like, this person I can't trust, or I can't do this, I can't do that with that person. And it ends up becoming a cycle because you're so used to it. And unfortunately, people don't understand. I will always refer to the Bible, and some people will get sick of me, but people don't understand that.
What are 3 things that you think that you do personally that activates your feminine energy to where these are some things that when I really want to tap into that girl, that soft side of me, here's a few things that I do that really helps activate and awaken that feminine energy. What are some things that the ladies can maybe utilize?
Well, I think for me personally, I understand. I grew up in a barbershop for a few years. I grew up in a very masculine environment where a lot of men have told me things about women that they think is, bad, or what they're going through personally. And learning what a man feeds off of. This is reconnecting.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
It's like, hold on. No, we're having technical difficulties. Hold on, chat. This is good.
I think it's back though. I don't know.
There we go. We're back. Looks like. Are we back? We could be back.
I think we're good. I think the first thing is learning how to talk to your partner, learning how your partner responds to certain things.
Let's go back since we chopped it up. Are you there?
I'm here.
The question was, what are 3 things or a couple things that you do personally that activates your feminine energy? Go.
I don't think there's anything specific that activates it. I think it's a day by day choice. It is a daily decision to understand that the person that I do not want to be is the person that I act off of emotion so fast. And in the process of learning how to master myself, I learned patience, I learned softness, and I learned kindness. All of these things, I understand that a man responds and reacts to a certain way, how I talk and how I act. And even though he might be mad at me and angry in the time that he is, I have to understand that even if I match that energy, what help is that going to give? what am I doing to really cool the fire down? And if I'm causing to match the energy or try to outdo him or just be louder and stuff like
Like
that.
I'm gonna dominate you, and I'm gonna be
Yeah,
master.
I feel right. But if we do that, we understand that now we're devaluing ourselves, we're disrespecting ourselves because why do I feel like I need to speak like that
You know what?
at that tone?
On the way here, in the before that we started the podcast, I was thinking about the word masculine, and I like to break things down. And I was thinking about the first part of masculine is mask. You're mask something masculine, right? Or masculine. And
What do you mean by that?
exactly. When you're a man, we are wearing a mask that we go out to the world and we portray. We're that guy, we're getting it done. We're not, we're wearing a mask as the protector, the provider, that man. When we get home, that mask changes, it softens. It forms into something completely different. The mask is still there, but it changes. And I feel like women have the ability not to need the mask because your energy naturally just flows. Like we're men, like we have to change our appearance and the way we feel. Like it's not as natural to us as it is to you guys.
Why not?
I don't know. I feel like men have been taught to not show that side of themselves, remain in the mask of provider, all of the masculine traits. Right? We've been taught to just be that guy, and I think that we haven't spent enough time playing in the other spaces and the other energies.
I understand. What is your definition of masculinity?
I think it is leadership. I think my definition of masculinity is guidance, teaching. I think it is being able to go in and out of, like I said, wearing the mask of energy, being able to be the dad who picks up the kid, but also being soft with baby girl at the same time. I feel like masculine it's being able to hold different realms of being or doing at the same time. And strength, obviously masculinity is strength. Resilience, I think masculinity is resilience, strength, determination, stuff like that. Good question. Nobody asked me good questions. Thank you. What do you think the hardest part was for you about letting go of being more masculine, letting go of being masculine and just saying, you know what, I prefer to be in this energy? What was the hardest part of letting go of that?
I think it's all pride.
You think it's pride?
I think it's pride. I think it's ego because when I go back to the times where I would, or even now where I'm tempted to just try to get on other people's level or try to, oh, they think that they could try to play me, bet, try to get gangster really quick. When all of those happen, it's really just pride at the core of it because at the end of the day, I don't want to be played with. The last thing that I want to do is feel disrespected or feel like somebody has a one up on me. But at the same time, when you truly are able to let go of certain things and you're able to just truly understand that you are not meant to be in places where you are not fulfilling your role as a woman. You're not meant to be there in the first place. When you understand that and you understand that you sometimes need to distance yourself in order to maintain that energy, it's just so much easier.
With that being said, do you think as a woman in this day and age that you need to really be thoughtful about the places you go because they have an effect on who you become as a woman? Do you
Oh,
think
definitely.
that? And I think a lot of times
Yeah.
women don't understand how certain things shape their perception of men, of reality, based on where they go, because that is the lens in which you see the world.
I think they do know the consequences, and I think they know women are not stupid. They're smart, especially when women are so smart. In fact, I would even argue that women are just a lot more sneakier than men, honestly,
I agree
when
with
it
that.
comes to that.
Yeah,
And I'll say that because like women are just they're very articulate with every detail. Most
they
of them,
women are
especially if they care.
so
Then you're
so feminine energy is also attention to detail.
it is.
It, it is.
It is
Yeah.
in some form. Because you also understand like we're catered to our family. We're catered to being the woman of the house and understanding that yes, the man is the leader, but a woman is technically the foundation of the family.
Yeah.
Everyone really relies on her as well as the man
Correct.
because baby needs her, the husband still needs love from her, all of these things, and she needs to fulfill those roles.
And speaking of that, speaking of babies and roles, I've been thinking, and I've been asking this question a lot. I've been doing some street interviews, and I'm going to ask you the same question. Why do you think women in this day and age are replacing babies and family with animals? I lived in Miami for like 4 years, and the amount of women you see childless with a bunch of dogs, it's mind blowing. And so
Well,
what I
that's
think,
responsibility, though. People don't like that responsibility, and it's scary.
how old are you?
I'm 20. See, this is the thing. This is the thing, right?
Okay, does it scare you? Does it scare you personally?
Oh, so me personally, I want like 7 kids. I'll tell everybody that, and people are like, what? Nah, that's too much. Even my mom's like, you're not gonna say that after your first kid. But I had this one dream and it scared me out of bed. I like levitated up because I was like, I don't know what just happened, but I had like a nightmare that I was giving birth, and to just picture something pretty massive coming out, something so small, it's a little frightening. Yes, it is, and to the fact that it changes your body so much, the risk that you put into it. The women don't understand how beautiful that dream is when you have the right person to fulfill it. Oh, I guess you left. You can hear me?
Looks like we restarted. I don't know what just
Okay.
happened. You were telling me about why it's so scary for women to have babies, and you were telling me about your personal story about how you woke up because you thought you were about to have a baby.
Yes. Yes, but all but also you like it's not so scary when it's the right person that's doing it with you. It's not so scary when you understand that the man beside you is going to lead and take care of you. And it's not so scary when you know that man is going to love you through it all, through your fat face moments and the times where you don't have makeup on and you wake up. And yes, the older you get, the less attractive you are. But that's where the importance of finding the right partner comes into play. And unfortunately, some people are so afraid of letting go of what they have and in fear of what could be. Is the grass really greener on the other side? Or people think the grass is too green on the other side, and they think that they can find the perfect person and end up losing somebody who is really down for them. It goes either way, but either way, like there again, I will say there is a blueprint of a perfect relationship, and you can only find that in the Bible.
I agree to that. At 20 years old, what can you tell young women? I don't know. I think you're special because, and I'm not telling you that because I like you. I'm telling you that because at 20 years old, most women are not speaking the way that you are about life skills. They're just not. When I'm listening to you talk, I'm like, wait, how old are you? So what can you tell younger women to help inspire them to be a little bit more softer, to not be afraid to step into the river of change and do the opposite of what they're seeing on social media and follow a softer path. And not because it's the new thing. I've been seeing that, by the way, soft girl era. I don't. Is that what they're calling it or something like that?
I don't know, but I don't think it should be an era, though. I think it should
Era,
be a forever change. Era
era.
is a season. Why are we only soft for a season?
After off season, you go back. You go back to
You go back to being gangsta. What's up?
Yeah, Cinderella lost the shoe, the slipper. You like you like I'm gonna throw mine off. I don't even want it no more.
It's really crazy out here. I'm not gonna lie, but honestly, when women ask me, what my viewpoints are and how I got them and stuff like that, I always refer to you see results. That's it. If you want to see results, do the work and put in the work to change. If you're not changing it, you're choosing it. I heard somebody say that one
Ooh,
day,
I like
and
that.
it really
You're choosing it.
exactly. And I think that it stands so true because when it comes to the way a man reacts and feeds off of how a woman acts as well, and vice versa, it
Mm-hmm.
it blossoms into something that somebody could never imagine. Like a love that is balanced is the most beautiful love because you were able to complement each other. You bring the sugar, I bring the salt. Now we both have sugar and salt.
I love that. And I love the fact that as you're saying this, I think that the thing that makes the masculine and feminine energy within man and woman so amazing is that I don't want to be everything to you. And I don't want you to try to be everything to me. I want you to give me the best part of you, which is your feminine energy. Like you are naturally given certain natural inclusivities and callings and longings that weren't putting me, but weren't put inside of me. And God has given me certain missions and feelings that He didn't give to you. And I
Yeah,
think that is so beautiful because you don't have to be me and I don't have to try to be you. I can stay in my energy, and if I need to kind of go over your world for a little bit, I can tap into that. But I don't have to stay there. Like I can bask in the fact that I'm so different that I complete the rest of the part of you that is also different.
I agree.
That's good. That's good. That's it. All right, I think I got a couple more, and then we'll land. Hardest part. Do you think that self love takes discipline for a woman?
Oh yeah, definitely. But that also goes hand in hand with self-respect too. I think that people could love themselves all day long, but do you respect yourself? Will you make that decision to leave the person though he may be giving you or promising you whatever, but is he fulfilling that role? Is he doing what he needs to do as a man? And are you doing what you need to do as a woman? I think that self-respect goes a long way, and in the waters of how great do you want to be as a person? How great do you want to be, and what are you willing to do to get there? And I don't mean great in terms of status and success. I mean great in terms of how many lives are you changing? Because that's what we're put on this earth to do. We're put on this earth to change lives and to be disciples. And so if we're not fulfilling that, what value do we really have in this world? I honestly truly don't think that we were put on this earth to do anything else but to either get saved and save other people or to just be the
Be the better person. Hold on. I think you just started cutting.
no.
Hold on. That might be our cue. You still there? Oh, sweet. Well, that was good. We can wrap it up there. That was amazing. That was good. How you feel about that?
I feel with decent questions.
Nothing too crazy, right?
Where are you
So,
based? Where are you based?
Houston and Miami.
Do you I feel like you can get a lot of interviews in Miami, yeah? There's a lot of people who probably think how
Yes,
you would need for
you would,
engagement.
you would think that, but people in Miami are not very friendly
Why not?
because they're from all over the place. They're not from Miami. Most of them are from like New York and East Coast where people aren't really super friendly. You know, you don't really have a lot of like Cali people don't have to come to Miami. Like, why would they do that? So you got a lot of people in the middle or the east that go to Miami. And so I really wish Miami was more like that. Yeah.
Like more friendly?
Yeah, more friendlier. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I left actually. Texas is way more friendlier, like super friendly.
No, I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, I stayed in Austin for 4 years. I grew up in Houston, so I grew up here where I'm at now. But I'm gonna be leaving here, and I'm gonna get a place in Austin, just because the energy there is more conducive to what I'm doing. You know, you got Joe Rogan there. There's a few other podcasters that have things there. Preston Smiles, one of my friends, he has a spot there. I think it'll be better for me there.
Okay. Congratulate you.
Thank you. Where are you based, by the way?
I'm in the DMV.
Really? Oh,
So like DC, Maryland, Virginia, yeah.
you said where?
Like DC, Maryland, Virginia area.
How far are you from Virginia Beach?
Probably like 3-4 hours.
Okay. So you're more in.
Yeah. Yeah, more toward the city.
Okay. That's dope. How long you live there?
I lived there for most of my life, honestly. I was kind of back and forth all over the DMV.
Hold on. Let me get off this.
Okay.